Now, there was another report that came out this week, not a science report. It was a report or a treatise based on theology coming from the Catholic Church, but speaking to this issue as well from a transcendent truth standpoint. But science is in line with truth if we do it in the right way. Joining me now to talk about how all this might impact the 2024 election, because this is such a big issue, Meg Kilgannon, Senior Fellow for Education Studies here at the Family Research Council. Meg, thanks for being here on Washington Watch.
Thanks for having me, Tony.
Let me get, you heard the conversation here in this study. Your reaction to this study?
Well, I would really love to know what the American Medical Association's reaction to this study is. What is the American Pediatric Association's reaction? When are these medical groups going to come to terms with the fact that the WPATH guidelines are not sufficient to protect children? They're not good medicine. They shouldn't be followed. They're very political. I mean, this is very obvious by now. One of the things from the report that struck me was when they referred to the fact that there was complicity among many, many people, the media, the health services, the government. There were so many factors that had caused children to be victimized by this ideology through the medical community.
This is not the first time we've talked about this. I mean, we actually recently talked about the WPATH leaked documents, right, that they admitted this amongst themselves, that all this was on shaky ground. We've talked with the Missouri Attorney General, who is pursuing legal action there in that state for the way transgender practices have been foisted upon children and parents. So this is not the first we've heard of this. It's just validation, yes, of all these different pieces that have been out there.
Right. And still we have silence from the major medical associations that everybody uses to justify the ideology.
Right.
Right. They hide behind those groups.
So the science by this report has clearly been called into question that's behind the transgender ideology. But on Monday, the Vatican released a long-awaited document that I've talked about on the program with Al Mohler earlier in the week. It, for the most part, just points to Scripture, which provides a very clear path forward on this issue. This type of information, being that this is such a politically charged issue, could this have an impact on the 2024 election?
Well, I certainly hope that it will. I mean, I would hope that especially Catholic leaders and politicians, every Catholic, can read this document. It's available online, and it's pretty easy to read. It's about 60 paragraphs long. It's not even that long. And I've gotten worse documents out of this Vatican, so I'm pretty happy with this one.
Well, I mean, it's pretty much in alignment biblically on issues of life, transgender. What?
Absolutely.
The timing of this.
The timing of this it's wonderful that we have it now, because we can certainly promote it to people and try to encourage people to read it. I hope that it is going to be something that is on the president's bedside and that he will take a look at this and come.
I think he's dismissed it already.
He can take a look at this and try to come to grips with it. You know, this is a powerful document. It was clearly a document that was written by committee. And we have another document that's going to be written by committees, and that would be the Republican Party platform and the yes. Democrat Party platform.
And I think I've announced on the program I'm going to be on the Republican platform committee, so I will be writing. So let all you on the left go ahead, let your head collectively explode. But I will be on the committee once again, helping write that platform. And just like this document from the Catholic Church, we'll be drawing from Scripture as we rely on that transcendent truth and the science. We put the two together. That's what we do at the Family Research Council.
Is there a better way to operate than relying on Scripture?
Well, I mean, we can't go wrong because we know it's not going to change. And isn't it interesting that, you know, on so many issues we're coming full circle. You know, on the life issue, we've come full circle now. You know, we talked about earlier in the program, we still have to teach people how to address this issue and talk about this issue. But truth, you know what? You can stand on it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.